The only way he can be brought back is by calling his name 3 times.
Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice!
What's up, Hans family? How are you doing? Doing good? Today's Hansween video is a bug-infested glam Beetlejuice. If you're new, Hansween is 31 tutorials in the month of October, which means a new video every day. If you're undecided whether to be sexy or just straight up fucking nasty this season, I got you. All product details will be listed down below as usual. Let's do it. You can see this is one of my first pre-filmed videos because my hair on the sides is all long again. It didn't just grow overnight. So now onto the makeup. I'm already one pale ass hoe, but I'm using a white cream paint and my normal foundation shade to apply a light base. Buff this into the skin in downwards motions, continuing this down your neck and pretty much anywhere that your costume will leave you exposed. Using some good old basic latex and toilet paper for this look, start making some gashes along your face. Put down a layer of latex in the shape that you want and then add on some tissue. I used some that didn't have any patterns on it as to keep everything as smooth as possible, which is easy because this is the toilet paper that I buy for my house. It's the shitty kind because I'm cheap. After each piece of tissue, cover with more latex and let that dry until you layer more on top of that. Keep up the process until you have a big mound that you build up to act as some fake little skin. Put as many or as few open wounds on your face as you'd like, and finish off each spot with a couple layers of latex on top so that everything is completely smooth right into your skin. I added just some parts of latex on a couple spots because when this dries, we're going to pick out a few holes. If you pull up the holes a little too much, you can always just add a little bit of latex around the edges. Sometimes if you pull too hard, you can pull the entire thing loose. So, just gotta be careful, but you can always fix it. Cover everything with that same mixture of your foundation and cream paint you used earlier. Start pulling up at the edges of the latex around the entire face since our skin is broken, and since the latex is pliable, pull at that a little bit for a very jagged look. Apply some red cream paint inside the holes since we're all bloodied up and shit. And Beetlejuice is a grimy dude, so use some brown, red, and yellow cream paint to make the open areas look messy and dirty. Adding some yellow and blue around all of the dirt that you just put down gives a more of a bruising effect too, which is pretty cool. This is great for beginners because you do not have to have these edges blended at all. The messier the better, really. We used this technique in my nurse tutorial. Grab a wedge makeup sponge and pull some holes out of it on the top. When makeup is applied to it, it gives a realistic vein look. Just make sure you don't have any harsh edges around. You want it all to be very organic. Using alcohol paints in red and blue, dab this all over your skin, keeping it light so it looks like it's under the skin. I don't want to have a moon face anymore, so I also used a brown powder to contour my face just a little bit. Still want to look sexy with our bug-infested face, obviously. Moving on to the eyes, we use a bright purple shadow to blend all over your lid. You can do this right into the cream paint. Cream paint just does lip blending for you pretty much. Add a black eyeshadow to darken right in the crease for a smoky effect, and layer as you go. Blend out between each step, and oh, my face just says it all. The surprise. Wipe that off and just keep blending like it didn't happen. Pull the color down onto your lash line and under your eye, keeping it nice and smoky. Using one of my favorite liners, the Night Owl liner by Madeulook, I fill in a little cat eye because I have to do a wing liner if I do some glam. I usually sketch it out first and then fill it in. Pop on some lashes and add black pencil to your waterline to complete the eyeballs. With a gray liquid lipstick, I just fill in my lips. I wanted to go with more of a cool tone, but where it still accentuates our lips. And to make the center pop, added a little bit of white cream paint. My eyebrows are so super simple. You could do them however you want, but I just put a little touch of powder to make them somewhat seen. Didn't really want them to be there because I hate doing eyebrows. It's my least favorite thing of the face, eyebrows. Since my chest and collarbones are seen through the costume, I contour those out a bit for a more cohesive look. These wounds are already red, but now they need to be bloody. I added some scab blood inside each of them, keeping it with a little chunky in spots for a more textured look. grab your moss. I chose this light chartreuse color and attach it to parts of our face using latex. To make it look like it's part of our skin, coat it in some more latex. Darken around the edges of the mossy latex with some brown cream paint, just because right now it looks like this moss is just glued to our face, which it is, but we want it to look like it's actually part of our face. Coat the insides around the blood with some gelatin so it remains glossy, and again, just like the nurse tutorial, grab some rice to add in some nasty ass maggots. The gelatin will hold the maggots right in place, so you don't need to add glue, just do it kind of while it's still a little wet. Cluster them up and add a few rogue ones that made their way out of the cuts and are crawling away. Yuck. These rice for maggots, man. Does it give a gross effect. Add a wig, costume, and contacts if you prefer. I just left my eyes bare. And you are done. A glam yet nasty bug-infested Beetlejuice. I hope you guys liked this tutorial, and thank you so much for watching. I know this isn't a typical Beetlejuice, it's just kind of our own version. Use the hashtag Hansween so I can see your work and recreations, and I love the fuck out of you. See you tomorrow.